like it. I don't like it.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Two Women, Two Opinion with your girl, Marty.
And Taj.
We back at it again with another one. Y'all know how we do it. Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday. So, first of all, let's talk about this Vegas weather. It was warm.
I'm tired of it.
It was warm last week. Now it's cold, and then next week it's going to be warm again.
I told you, I don't give a fuck. I'm popping out with these little dresses, these little skirts. I gives no fucks.
This what we call trick a nigga weather. They try to trick you out your spot. I'm telling you. Y'all know what it is. Still Black History Month, so we go still claiming. We got the melanated shirt on. You know, we've been rocking it. She said, I'm just black. We just black and we proud. You heard? It's this white man walking in our background. Honestly, I just want to thank all my support system throughout this whole starting this year, because my anxiety been really, really bad. It's been high, and I feel like we talk about mental health on here all the time, and I just feel like thank you. Shout out to my support system. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to the people that's on my broadcast, the gym gang. Of course, Taj. Where would I be without you?
Shout out to Quan.
Shout out to Quan. You know he always POP hold it down.
The last couple months have been kind of rough, so I'm kind of glad I'm over whatever hump this was and on to bigger positive things.
Yes,
right?
I feel very positive. It's been a lot. And the girls, my little cousin been at my house. They always put a smile on my face every time I walk in. Definitely little Tony. She be, my cousin Marty. That's all I hear all day long. And I swear it's just the bright of my day. So I just want to shout out to everybody, definitely my sister, mom, dad, all you guys, just for being there when somebody needed somebody to talk to, because
absolutely
y'all strong friends need somebody to talk to too. Shoot, y'all gotta look out for us, because the strong and hungry friends, we need love too, because I'm always hungry. Anyways, let's go ahead and break it right on in, okay? We're going to break it right on here. And so my first story today is a young lady by the name of Tanisha Campbell. She asked for help for at least 14 times when she was in jail. So this young lady spent about 2 months in the Jackson County jail when she allegedly told her sister on multiple occasions she thinks she was being poisoned by the other girls after an altercation about picking a TV show on a TV. Her sister said with the interview with the Shade Room investigators, but let's play this clip and we'll talk about it.
We were sent these files by the Chappelle family's attorney, Sam Aguiar. He got them through a subpoena of Indiana State Police. We'll use their investigation and the prosecutor's report to give context to these clips. But first, we want to warn you, they may be upsetting to hear.
I'm throwing up blood.
I'm sorry?
I'm throwing up blood.
You're throwing up blood?
Yes, I left it in the toilet so y'all can see.
What's your name?
Tanisha Chappelle.
Okay. Do you keep on doing it?
This is my second time. I overlooked it today. The first time, but it's happening again.
Okay. I'll have somebody come back there and look at you, okay?
Okay.
That first call for help came on July 15th. The investigation from the Jackson County prosecutor says a jail employee did not see blood when they checked on her. Later that night, after lockdown, her cellmate called for help.
Hey, my buddy's back here showing up.
In the next 13 hours, Chappelle tells jail staff, I need to go to the hospital 6 times, and that she needs help 14 times.
Need help.
What do you need help with?
My stomach.
What?
My stomach.
Overnight, the prosecutor's report and ISP investigation found 5 occasions where jail employees went to Chappelle's cell to check on her. At 8:45 the next morning, it says a nurse found her vitals were normal. By 1 o'clock, it says she was placed in a private holding cell, checked on repeatedly. At 3:15, they called an ambulance. She got to the closest medical center at 4 p.m. Documents show they started an IV and ordered tests, but she died around 5:45 that night. The report shows staff at the Schneck Medical Center had a range of theories, from sickle cell disease to the possible ingestion of antifreeze. But a forensic pathologist could not prove those theories. An autopsy found her manner of death was undetermined. In October, her family filed suit against Jackson County Jail employees, a police commander in the jail, and Sheriff Rick Meyer. We reached out to Meyer for comment and did not hear back. In December, the county prosecutor found no crimes were committed in the death of Tanisha Chappelle. In Louisville, Tom Lally, WHAS 11, on your side.
So there's a lot more. So honestly, I've seen a lot more footage. It's Black History Month. I'm not putting my girl on. I'm not putting her on the screen like that. It was multiple video clips of her actually walking around naked because she was so like she just couldn't
hot.
feel it. She had a trash can full of vomit with blood in it and everything. She reported on multiple occasions that these girls was taunting her over her picking the channel. She was one of the only African American people in the jail, women in the jail. So it was a whole bunch of different things. And when she talked to her sister on the phone, she allegedly told her sister that one day she was picking the TV show because it was her show day. And after that, she just was sick because she felt like the girls was poisoning her. So this went on from July all the way to December. No, I'm sorry, not July to December. This went from July, August, September. So all of this come out, and then it happens a lot to where they're just like, whatever, you're not sick, nothing's wrong with you, and coming to find out it was something really wrong with her. Overall, the doctors noted that it can be a possibility that she was poisoned, and she was recommended to be checked for ingredients in common cleaners. Also, when they questioned about the autopsy, they said it was undetermined. So throughout all of this, the prosecutor was basically saying like there was no foul play. Now, there was another video release of audio just this morning, and I didn't really want to play that, of one of her cellmates saying that when she picked the show and they got into the altercation, she called her the N-word over 50 times. She said, yeah, I called her the N-word over 50 times and da-da-da. So it was altercation. So they kind of knew it was something going on in there.
Yeah.
In the other videos, it was just videos of her being stripped all the way down because she just couldn't help it and was screaming out for help. And then when the bunkie that time, they didn't play the whole clip for that. She actually called multiple times to tell them to come in there and get her. And when she got to the hospital, she died not even 2 hours later.
I think we hear this story like way too often. A classmate of mine, his name is Stephen Burrell. He had suffered from mental illness, so he had been in and out of jail most of his life. And the last stint that he did, he had stopped eating. Nobody was checking on him. Nobody was ensuring that he was eating. Nothing was done. So he ended up passing away from malnourishment. It's scary that these people have the power to make sure that certain things are happening, right? Somebody is asking for help. You should help them, right? Just a human being
hit her
from
head on
another
bed.
human being to another human being. Somebody's asking for help, regardless of whether or not you think that they are playing some kind of game
or whatever.
if you were faking it. It is your job to ensure that these people are breathing and are getting the help that they need.
Facts.
It's an abuse of power. So what is the state of Indiana? And I'm from Indiana. I'm from South Bend, Indiana.
I'm from Indiana. I was born in Indianapolis.
You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
I've lived in South Bend. I've lived in Gary. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done my time in Indiana. So for me, I know it's a small community. So that's even more so I feel like, what are we doing to correct these kind of corruptions? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what steps are we taking as a community to get these people
like you
in
see
check?
on the reporter, they said they reached out to the sheriffs. He did not want to make a comment.
Of course.
With the prosecutor, they already have the prosecutor on their side because the prosecutor already said there was no foul play, nothing really happened. But if you see all of the tapes and you put all of everything together in evidence, you feel like there's some kind of foul play.
Absolutely.
She's reached out to you guys over 14 times. Her bunkies reached out and other people reached out, and her family also reached out because when she would have calls home, they will call up there and reach out and say something's wrong with their sister. So I just feel like you said, it's foul play, it's an abuse of authority,
It's
and
abuse
it's
of
something
power.
that need to be fixed.
It's abuse of power. If you can stand there and watch somebody suffer because you don't think that they're really suffering, right? I feel like it's your job. That's what they're paying you for, to monitor these people. So do your fucking job. And if you're not, find another fucking job.
I heard that. So prayers for the family definitely goes out. And the sister has filed a lawsuit against the county, and hopefully justice is served. So she did file
people
a
are
lawsuit.
always so worried that when it comes to stuff like this, like that's the first thing that people think is money, right? No, these people want justice. They want justice for their loved ones. And I hope that Stephen Burrell's family gets justice that they deserve. Like, it's not about the money. It's about acknowledging the fault in our society.
Yeah,
in our
and
government.
her lawsuit is mainly about the misconduct. She wants to
Absolutely.
know more information. She wants to know what food was served. She wants to know what cleaning products was used to clean the rooms, because the Febreze was found in her the antifreeze. So she wants to know everything that they was working with in the jail so that she can get her information together. So like you're right, her lawsuit isn't about the money. It's about the information. And that's what she said in her interview. She really wants the information.
How many other people have
that's
died
going through this
because of somebody's, you know what I'm saying, abuse of power.
She like, they don't want to release none of the information of none of the cleaning products.
Because it makes them look bad. Corrupt.
Exactly.
Some kind of corruption is going on. They trying to hide it. It's gonna come to light.
And I feel like just like the other story,
going to come to light.
It's gonna be another story for the same county come out real soon, and I'm gonna be watching y'all real closely. Know that.
Man. So the segment I got for y'all, I'm gonna keep it light with this first story because my second one. So bartender has to pay back the bar here in Las Vegas. I've actually been, that was one of the first bars that I went to, is the Lodge at Hualapai. It's really not that far from my mom's house. They got robbed, right? And they made the bartender pay back all of the ends. So let's play the clip and then we can talk about it. Call me as that. Gosh. I'm like, you got me fucked up. That's why y'all have insurance.
I wish I would.
You have insurance.
Right.
Insurance is going to cover that $4,000. How dare you? I could have lost my life. So for me, again, the Lodge.
He should sue them for not having the proper security. That's what you need to be doing.
The Lodge is one of those really small kind of divey bars. Like, it's not really popular. Like, it don't get flooded.
That's why they robbed us at.
Yeah. And I guarantee that's probably the most money they've probably seen in a good minute. So for me, it's like y'all gave more fuck about the money than y'all did
my safety.
Luckily, he already moved because I promise you I'd have quit. Like, you got me fucked, and I'm not signing.
Damn, you couldn't even give me 24 hours to go get my mind together. Somebody put a gun to my face. You just like, give me my money.
In that instance, like, it's after the robbery here. Hey, we need that $4,000 back.
Man, you crazy.
We're gonna take it out in increments.
That sounds like when our old bar we used to work at, when he tried to make that girl pay for the beer.
Oh, Jimmy.
Girl.
Jimmy the Rat. Jimmy the Rat.
So one of the young ladies, one of her customers, ended up walking out on a $7 beer. And so he was like, if you $7 short tomorrow, you will give me my $7 back. So we come in the next day, and lo and behold, her thing was $7 short. So he was like, you owe me $7. So she gave him the $7, and she came to talk to me. She was like, Marty, do you think I should get? I would have slapped his ass with that $7.
There is like a underlining rule in bar industry, right? Like, if you have a tab or if you overpour or whatever, if you let a tab walk out on you, you have to pay that money back. You're responsible for those tabs. So I get that. But a motherfucker coming in here with a gun and taking all your money, I'm not paying that.
You saying that, but you know the environment we worked in, first of all. And plus, we were new as hell. Like, we didn't know the system. We didn't even know anything. No training or nothing.
We was just there.
So, but she paid him the $7 back, and I was like, man, I wouldn't have gave him shit.
Yeah,
and then
Marty and Jimmy used to go back and forth
my
every
stuff was
day.
actually short one day. And he told me, so instead of you paying back, since you did so good, you can just keep it. I said, Jimmy, I wasn't giving you shit anyways.
Marty didn't play with Jimmy, and Jimmy didn't play with Marty. And it was around and around. They went almost every fucking shift. I remember when she told me she was getting ready to quit. I was like, please don't quit. And then I think it was like the next shift, they was like, oh, Marty called out. She ain't gonna be in for a couple weeks. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I knew he wasn't coming back. I knew it. I was mad as hell.
I was sick of that old bald head motherfucker.
She was.
I used to get on my nerves. All right, next thing we're gonna talk about is casual racism. Don Lemon slams text from the Aubrey killers. So let's roll this and then we'll talk about it.
But it's there just the same, infecting our country.
I love how he talks.
Now,
I love
as
that,
I
man.
said, I'm going to read you some of the text messages that the prosecution introduced today, and I have to warn you, they're full of offensive racist language. There's this text exchange. It's between Travis McMichael and a friend, a random, ordinary exchange talking about a local Cracker Barrel restaurant. The friend texting McMichael, and I quote here, "This Cracker Barrel up here is full of some other kinds of people." McMichael replying, and remember, I'm quoting here, "Need to change the name from Cracker Barrel to N-word bucket." Except they didn't write.
See how he did that, Joe Rogan?
The full word.
Right, okay.
And it's that tough for you to hear. If that is tough for you to hear, if you're offended by that, well, you should be. There's another text message between McMichael and a friend from March 16, 2019, discussing his new job and why he liked that he didn't work with black people. And I quote again,
What we do to
"They ruin
him?
everything. That's why I love what I do. Not an N-word in sight." in your head. Didn't say N-word. Wasn't that cute. Casual racism. Right out there in the open. And then there's the WhatsApp message between William Roddy Bryan and a friend after Bryan discovered his daughter was dating a black man. That's no-no, right?
Oh, shit.
This message dated February 19th. This is 2020, February 19th, 2020, just 4 days before Ahmaud Arbery was murdered. Quote, yeah, she has her N-word now. I've been calling that for a while now. Not surprised. Casual racism. Ahmaud Arbery's family didn't want a plea deal for his killers in the hate crime trial.
Absolutely not.
And with all that, you can certainly understand why.
That's why the lawyer trying to make it seem like it wasn't about race.
It was about race. Let's be real. So this goes to show that racism still exists in our everyday modern day life. He wasn't killed because of a problem that he caused, but because he was black. This is the world that we live
Black
in.
and minding his own damn business.
But we have people saying, stop talking about it. Hell no. Talk about it more. Then these motherfuckers make them feel uncomfortable.
Always.
Let me tell y'all. Y'all remember last week when I was like, oh, I have not ever had anything happen when it comes to little white people. Remember?
Yeah.
So I had to go when because this was a little white lady bitch. So when I left here, I had to go to the post office. Remember I told you I was like,
it wasn't racist, y'all. It's Black History Month.
No, because she pissed me off. So I had to go to the post office.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys know they got the self-serve areas in the post office now. And you know they have the little table right there. So normally when you get your sticker out of the thing, you go to the table to put it on your box. So I'm putting my box right there to get my shit ready. So when she get done, I'm going to slide right in. Why this little bitch go turn around and said, you can back the fuck up, bitch. I said, who you talking?
Oh, God. They don't know you.
I said, it's Black History Month, bitch. I would slide you right now, right here. And I was on live too, y'all. So the people on my live was like, no, Marty, no more. I was like, nah. She was like,
post office.
she was like, I'm
I feel
telling
like that's
y'all.
a federal offense. You can't get in the face.
I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all he be on my side, I was waiting for her to say an N-word, say black. I don't just say black, N-word, anything. So I said, she was like, this is what stupid look like. I said, this is what a bitch look like that's about to be on the floor. She said, you gonna be in jail. I said, one of us gonna be in jail, one of us gonna be on the floor, bitch. Come on. You still talking. Like, I was so ready to slide this little bride, y'all. And then, no, that ain't the worst part. Then she gonna say, that's why you'll get shot. What? I swear on my life,
Now
I said.
Not the old woman was gonna empty the clip on you.
I said, bitch, you ain't the only one around here with no gun, bitch.
All this is happening at the post
office. And
what is the post office doing? Like they just watching it happen?
No, because if you know the counters over there in the self-service be as soon as you walk in the door.
Okay.
So this only person seen it was this old white man. Shout out to the white man. So he was right there and he was just like, I think he kind of felt that I was getting really angry. She was taking me out of my character.
Right.
So he had held the door up and he was like, you have an amazing day today, ma'am. And I was like, you do too. So looking at his white face made me forget what this one did. Cause I'm like, bro, you was this close. This package one getting sent off.
Queen Latifah
was about to
fuck off.
That. And it's crazy because before I left the show last week, I had just said that stuff like that don't happen to me. Shit.
Okay. Never say never.
I didn't say the N-word though. I didn't say never. I just said it don't. Like, and it was so crazy because when I went back in the house, like, you know, Sean watches the show every week. She watches the show, and I go in the house and I'm like, babe, this is what just happened at the post office. She was like, you just said that, and she was like, oh my gosh, like at that moment, like. All of me was gone. Like, I was literally about to drag her on the floor and slap her up, but just a little bit. You know, just slap her up
Marty
a little bit and get out of there.
Wasn't gonna be no show this week, y'all.
Right, and then the fact that I got bail money. The fact that you threatened me with a gun, you a little scary little bride.
Like it escalated so quickly and it didn't even.
She was like, you get shot. I'm like.
I get her being about her personal space, but there was a way of saying.
But I wasn't in her personal space. I was literally right there. It's like the thing right there that you can use, and then the machine. Like literally, I wasn't in. And then she was saying a little slick shit like, "Oh, this is what stupid look like," and I said, "This is what a bitch look like that's about to be on the floor." Say something real slick. Be you. Be you, boo-boo. But luckily, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a violent person. So I'm glad it didn't go further.
I'm glad it didn't either.
Because
you too pretty
God
to be out here
forbid,
fighting.
my little cousins would have been like, my cousin Marty in jail. And I ain't ever, see, I've been in jail before, but I ain't ever been to Vegas jail. I feel like this jail just a whole nother, like, I feel like it's dirty. It's a lot of prostitutes and stuff in there. Like,
it's not that dirty, because I've been in Holden. It's not that dirty.
But anyway, so
it's
listen,
not where you want to be.
Racism, like we said, casual racism still exists in today's life, and we still need to talk about it. And like, just like the situation I was in, like, I'm so happy that I can still be the bigger person, not let somebody take me out of my character.
Absolutely.
Like, cause baby, and she was a little bitty chick too. Like,
the
I
most
Donkey Kong
racism I have ever experienced is when I lived in Gary, Indiana. Like, there was Confederate flags. People was just driving around with them. I was called the N-word for pulling out into traffic legally. I don't even understand that. Me and my ex were at Walmart one night, and we almost got chased out of Walmart. So it's just like.
Well, I seen the KKK when I was little. The KKK, they used to have. I used to live in Price Hill, in this part of Cincinnati, Ohio. You know about Cincinnati. It's like the Price Hill is like a white neighborhood, but it's ghetto white. Like, it ain't a trailer park, but it should be. Trashy. Might as well. Yeah. And around the park, it's like a basketball court. Then it was a park. So we would go and fuck with people at nighttime, like our friends and stuff, like in the park. So one day we just seen white coats with the thing. I'm like, you lie. I'm like, I ain't never had to wear glasses before. I'm squinting like, I know you fucking lie.
It's time to relocate at that point.
We just started booking. It was like, but then as a kid, we like, oh, we seen the KKK. But looking now, it's like, damn, that's kind of scary. Like, we would have sat there thinking everything was a joke. Like, they probably would have did something to us.
After last week and watching some of those videos about the KKK, I don't know if I'm afraid of them as much as I used to.
I ain't afraid.
I don't know if they ain't that intimidating no more.
Bullets go through any kind of flesh. I'm going to be real with you.
That is very much true.
All right, well, we at the halftime break, y'all. We enough about the KKK. The halftime break. So if you want your business, music, or anything to be shouted out on here, please go subscribe, like, all that good stuff to all our pages. Famous Gems with a Z, Taj Wow, Two Women to Opinion, Vegas Hype Media Network. Make sure y'all go subscribe to all that stuff and send us a DM and we'll go from there. First, we always have Vegas Hype Media Network. If you guys haven't liked the Facebook page and subscribed to the YouTube channel, that's where the lives are posted every day. So you can go watch those live at any time. And next, we have Famous Gems with a Z. That's me. famousgemz.net. You can find your lashes at Mar Butter. Yo, shout out to all the people that's been buying Mar Butter lately. I've been getting orders out the butt crack, and I don't even know where they've been coming from. But good, thank you. Next, we have Transcend Jury. Y'all know I'm always rocking my stones to keep me sanctified and on my toes because I be wanting to snap. That's probably why I ain't snap, because I had on my watch last week, remember? And then next we have Taj. What you got for us?
At Taj Wild for all your private bartending needs. And I don't get naked. All right. Just wanted to establish that there is no nudity when I bartend. Anyway, you can DM me at Taj Wild or email me at tajwilder91@icloud.com.
Next up, we have Creative Hands and Minds. You can contact her on Facebook at Missy Harris. Next, we have K Connect. That's K and Connect is spelled with a K as well.com. They can help you with all your business needs and adventures. Last but not least, we have Big Head Unique Design LLC. You can hit her up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or at bigheaduniquedesign.com. I'm telling you, she dope with it, y'all. She do kids parties, grown-up parties, whatever you need. But Taj will get naked. Let's go ahead to the song.
The song this week is by Mark Rich. It's called Another Level. I hate you. I love you, but I hate you.
Okay, DC.
I'm on a whole nother level. I push the gas on the pedal. Yeah, we at it with whoever. Gotta get it, can I settle? I'm on a whole nother level. I push the gas on the pedal. Yeah, we at it with whoever. Gotta get it, can I settle? I be on the low, I really be coolin'. Smoking on this good gas, I really be suited. Never trust a bitch, they really be choosing. On my death row flows, I really be ruthless. I was tired of these niggas cause they sleeping on me. to get it right. Got it on my own, now I'm living life. Met this really bad bitch, had to get her pipe. Blowing out her back, and that's every night. Ain't sponsored by the check, but I really do it. Guess now I gotta flex just to really prove it. Made a stack in a day, and I fucking blew it. Fucking nigga, keep it G like the fucking unit. I'm on a whole nother level. I push the gas on the pedal. Yeah, we at it with whoever. Gotta get it, can I settle? I'm on a whole nother level. I push the gas on the pedal. Yeah, we at it with whoever. Gotta get it, can I settle?
Oh.
Just one song. He get one spin. That was Mark Rich, Another Level. Check out his Instagram, y'all. I like the song. I was digging the beat. So yeah, go. What is it? Increase his numbers, his views, whatever that is. Go do that on Spotify and YouTube.
But Ty, she said hit her up about that naughty party though.
I got you. I'll come.
She said
Girls
she ain't gonna
out.
get naked. I mean, she ain't no stripper, y'all.
I ain't no stripper.
She just a bartender. But I be, she put me under creative control.
I didn't. We literally was just having this conversation. I did not. She has no creative
She got
control.
me over creative control,
my-
so I'm
my
just trying to
brand.
get the people in. You heard?
Apparently, not naked. Not naked.
I didn't. You don't have to be fully naked. It could be like bikini.
Help me.
I got some bikinis too.
I don't think you're a big look.
No,
and
I
then-
got some your size. I
I'm
got
not
all
gonna play with you.
sizes. Matter of fact, I'll give you some so that you can promote the brand
I got you.
with that ass.
I'll promote the put Marty across the ass. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. So my next story is about Miss Breonna Taylor. Yeah, I wanted to touch on that this afternoon. Y'all know yesterday started the trial for one of the cops that was involved in her shooting. So Miss Breonna Taylor, for those that don't know, was killed March 13th, 2020 after police battle rammed her front door and opened fire into her home as her and her then boyfriend Kenneth Walker were sleeping. Kenneth, fearing that their apartment were broken into, used his legally owned gun and fired one shot, wounding an officer. The police then fired 32 shots into the dark, striking Miss Breonna Taylor 6 times. The police were investigating her ex, Jamarcus Glover, for suspicion of drug trafficking. The original warrant was for a no-knock, but later changed to a knock and announce before they raided her apartment. Officers said they complied with the knock and announce, but Kenneth denies this claim. The 3 officers involved were placed on leave, 2 of which have been fired since. After an internal investigation, one officer, Brett Hankinson, was again fired and was the only officer out of the 3 involved brought up on charges. He faces 3 counts of warranted endangerment because of the bullets that made their way into the neighbor's home. Not for killing her. None of the, according to forensics, none of the bullets
Because he was just out there blasting like this.
None of the bullets that he fired actually killed Breonna. It was one of the other 2 officers. But I do want y'all to know that the other 2 officers have not been brought up on charges. So again, the trial started yesterday.
And they lied. They all lied.
Yeah. So I want to go ahead and play this clip for y'all.
That the former officer was just responding to gunfire from Taylor's apartment. Authorities say that none of the 10 shots that Hankinson fired killed Breonna Taylor, and instead she was killed by a bullet from another officer. None of the officers involved in the raid have been charged in connection with her death. This former officer on trial this morning is free on bond. He faces up to 5 years in prison for each of the 3 charges against him if convicted. Guys.
Thank you, Steve.
So basically, I mean,
That boy was literally out there like this.
It's the fact that the other 2 officers aren't standing trial for her death.
Facts.
Again, this goes back to people wanting justice. It's not about money. It's the principle of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Police shouldn't be allowed to come to somebody's home after already being told you can do a knock and announce, right? That was what your warrant was for, a knock and announce. Under suspicion, right? There was no concrete proof that her ex-boyfriend was even living there.
Right.
To be able to come into your home, which scares me because I'm a single mother, right? Come into your home and just open fire. 32 shots. 32. Again, it's an abuse of power. Where does it stop?
So someone asked, so why no one is on trial for the killing? So basically what they're trying to put out there is that the killing was justifiable, but the way that he shot everywhere without even looking or aiming, he actually shot another officer got shot too. So one of the other officers got, like, it was like a graze or something.
Shot at the officer.
Yeah, so they saying that the shooting wasn't justified.
And they tried to bring the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, up on charges.
Right.
Because the FBI ended up kicking the court case or whatever, like they dismissed it. But yeah, they brought him up on charges for wounding an officer, but nobody's being charged for this woman's death.
No one is being charged for the death. They're just being charged. Because basically the way that the story, after I seen it all fold out and I watched the documentary and everything on Netflix, it was basically like this officer that is being charged was just out there. Like I said, he was just out there like, bop, 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 bop. He wasn't paying attention. He didn't know where he was shooting at. He shot in multiple places where it shouldn't have been bullet holes at. It was bullet holes, I mean, everywhere. And like you said, the guy, her boyfriend shot one of the officers, but it was like it wasn't a flesh wound. I think it was like a graze or something like that. And that's why they're trying to charge him. But overall, let's be honest, she had nothing to do with this. Y'all still killed her for no reason.
Her ex-boyfriend wasn't even there.
Exactly.
So it was just like the proper steps. It's okay for us to charge a civilian for reacting to somebody breaking into their home, but we're not willing to charge an officer who's trained to go into these intense situations.
And it was told that they didn't even announce themselves for the first 2 times. So the first 2 times they was just kicking in the door. Then the last time, that's when they said the police. And it was like, the whole thing. Watch the documentary. They had seen the shadow in the hallway. Didn't know it was him. And he seen their shadow. No one
and
acknowledged themselves.
Is that even though they were fired from the Louisville police department, they can work anywhere else in the country. It doesn't matter. All they got to do is pack up and move and start a whole new life. You see what I'm saying? Like, at some point, we need a better policing system. Period. I don't care how you shape size. It don't matter where you are in the country. We are experiencing the same police brutality no matter where you go.
Facts.
So we need a better policing system, right? And again, we talk
starting
about
with the sheriffs.
Starting with the sheriffs. We talk about it all the time. It starts with us. We gotta really start pushing to get the right people in office into positions.
Yes,
right. That means that a lot of us need to start taking the time and educating ourselves on who's
currently
in position and who's running.
Yes.
Because at some point, we can't keep blaming just the system in itself. We have to start breaking the system.
That's a fact.
And creating a safe environment for all people.
And look, because like we talked about this other story that we talked about earlier about the young lady in jail, that's the sheriff. So we voted, their city, their locals voted him in the sheriff's office. So the fact that he's not even playing a part to help the justice, that goes to show that we need to do our research.
I just feel like having a trial for an officer who was just aimlessly shooting and not putting the other 2 on trial it's spitting in her family's face.
Facts.
So I hope that
it's not helping
pushing.
them in no way.
I hope they keep pushing for justice for themselves, for their daughter, because they're owed it. Like I'm happy that there's platforms like this that can voice these kind of situations and keep her name in the media alive, right? But it's not enough. So I really hope that her family gets justice one of these days.
Justice for Breonna Taylor, baby.
And I know Batman shit. Don't y'all be out here trying to kill folks.
Take me out to dinner.
I'm not gonna play with you.
All right, let's lighten the situation up just a little bit. So I don't know if you guys seen. We told you last week that our Netflix segment this week was gonna be about the Tinder swindler.
We all want to say Twitter, like Twitter swindler.
All right, let's watch some of the clips so you can see what we talking about. This movie was just documentary.
30 seconds, so we can
30 seconds.
Please.
You can find a bit of everything on Tinder, but one little swipe can change your life.
I only miss you when it rains.
When I first talked with Simon, immediately we had a bond.
And when I listen to the radio,
he was smart and funny and very impulsive.
I shared my whole heart with him.
And then he asked me if I wanted to travel with him on a private jet. I was like, shit.
He took me.
Fuck yeah.
I bet you were.
Fuck yeah. Let's get on that plane where you could have been murdered and kidnapped and placed on an island never to be seen again.
Check this out. All I got to say about that is Listen, he paid for them, they paid him back. Cause your first day was on a private jet. That ain't cheap. Old girl paid for that. The last girl paid for that, and you paid for what she did. Just let it go. At this point, he got them for over $10 million. He went to prison. Now he's out teaching scam classes.
What's upsetting to me is that he had $10 million and you blew the shit. Like, the fuck? Why? Why didn't you collect and put that money in a savings account?
He was eating on the yacht
shopping,
and all that.
Balling out on these hoes.
But the last girl, player. The fact that she met up with him, even though that was very dangerous, but she still did it. She already met up with him anyway. All of it was dangerous. She met up with him, got his clothes, and still to this day selling his shit.
I respect it. Okay, hustle the hustler, goddammit.
Hey, she swindled the swindler. Like, I don't care what nobody say. She cleaned it out, dope as hell. She did what she had to do.
She was the smart one out of all of them. I still feel like
and she was evil laughing too. She was like,
old girl from the jump was just ready to be in love, and she was ready to do whatever it took to be in love. Fuck that.
Yeah,
love make you stupid.
He had the last hoe paying for the new hoe.
And then he got bipolar when he's sending the voice messages to her. Come here, and he's like, I'm sorry, baby. I love you. Please, just give me the money. Just give me the money.
I'm going to be homeless tomorrow.
I'm going to be homeless tomorrow.
And the gag is she gave him over 40 G's and she only got like 10 back from that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God, like no shade.
He
like,
need to be teaching.
I just want to be like him when I get older.
Like, period.
But now he is out of prison. He served, I think, 3 years of prison time.
No,
he didn't serve the whole term. Oh, that's what he was. So he only served.
He didn't serve any time for this. They got him for something totally different.
And he only served 5 months.
This nigga, and then now he is out teaching scam class.
I like it. I like
if
the hustle.
Anybody I'm gonna take a scam class from, it's gonna be him.
Hell yeah.
So you got me getting this money from her to pay it for her, but he paying it forward. This is a
and this dude tried to get plastic surgery, and the doctor
and
said
cried
the
when
doctor
he couldn't get it.
The doctor said this is what criminals do.
Doctor said, I got ethics. I got morals, goddammit. You ain't bringing me
You
want
to change all of this? This is what criminals do. You ain't fooling me.
Because of my enemies.
I need the money today. For real, for real.
Oh, my
God. He was
God.
Angry little man.
All right.
I do want to shout out to his penis though, because he was putting it down and these women was falling for it. Yeah. Shout out to his penis.
Shout out to his baby moms. Like, cause
she a ride or die.
She's a rider. She was on the plane with the first chick and she told them like, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like,
she not only tried to put him in jail, but then also helped try to keep him out of jail. She's a writer. I like it.
So if you haven't watched the documentary, it's called The Tinder Swindler. And he crazy. He lied about being a billionaire son, saying that he worked for a diamond company, and that's how he kind of got his clout. He got like 100,000 followers on Instagram, which he probably bought.
He photoshopped himself in that picture.
You talking about with the dad and the wife?
Yes, you can tell he photoshopped himself in that fucking video or that fucking picture. I was like, the lighting don't even look right.
No, oh yeah, that's right. I don't know.
That's why I said, oh girl, from the start
it didn't
was
come
slow.
out that it wasn't his baby mom, so I don't know.
So it was just some random chick with a baby?
I don't know. Because she said if that is his baby mom. Yeah, she definitely a rider.
She a rider, okay. The next story I got for us today is a daycare closes their doors and forgets they have a whole child left in the building.
Man, what the hell?
Let's play the clip.
Between that one and the gag of the week, I'm scared.
What a report, please.
Stephanie Martinez's 2-year-old daughter, Anna, left alone inside of a dark, locked daycare.
Who took that picture?
Her mom.
Oh.
Honey, I'm coming, okay? The mom going to kindercare in Plantation to pick up her daughter Wednesday evening.
They know I get here around 6:15 because I have to pick up my other son by 6. I get here, shut off. No
and calling them don't make it no better.
Martinez, terrified, began banging on all of the windows.
Finally, I heard something. She managed to push a chair next to the door to stand on it and call for my name. And that was the only reason I was able to see her, is because she's shorter than the door. She got on the chair to say, Mommy.
What is the address of the emergency?
She's inside the daycare. She just came up to the door.
She's inside by herself?
Yeah, she's crying. She's inside by herself.
Was she crying? She's probably in there playing.
How old is your child?
She's only 2.
Gosh.
I'm coming, baby.
The operator. Oh, shit.
She's traumatized. Last night I couldn't turn off the light. She started crying.
She probably locked the door when she saw her mom come up.
They said in the comments, LaDonna said they did that to the one person to prove a point. Come on, time.
My thing is, this ain't the first time that you've heard of a child getting locked in the daycare. The daycare was like, all right, we out. It's 6 o'clock. It's time to go home.
Hold on. The baby was in there like this.
I want y'all to know if that was my baby, though. Come 7 a.m. Monday morning, I'm pulling up. Everybody getting it, okay?
I mean, but you was late.
She wasn't late. She said she always gets there at 6:15.
So you always come late.
So they gonna leave the baby in there locked up?
You don't know what I got to do when I get off work.
So you gonna leave my baby?
I gotta go.
I got to go. You better come on time.
Girl,
no, but I bet you
there
this
could have
gonna
been a
teach her.
stove in there. That baby could have turned on some gas.
Why would a stove be in the classroom?
Girl, I don't know. It's
Oh
a
my
school.
God. You ain't
It's a
never been to
school.
a daycare
It's
before.
a school. It's a school. No, I have not. It's a
I
school.
worked in a daycare before, so the room that she was in is most likely one of the classrooms, and she was just in the classroom. That's why I said she's probably in there playing.
All right, but how do y'all forget about the child? Like, how do y'all forget
How
about
did you forget about your child?
She didn't. She said she always late.
Every day.
late.
So I bet she ain't gonna be like no motherfucking mom. Because her daughter
I'm still setting it
her
off
daughter gonna be in the window
Monday
like,
morning. I'm pulling up. Everybody can get it, okay? The teacher, the principal, everybody.
All right, let's wrap this up with the gag of the week, y'all. So this is actually a little bit different, but it does got something to do with a school. So a note was brought to a Las Vegas elementary school that led to the discovery of a dead baby. Let's roll the clip.
Elementary school student
Okay,
handed
we
to a
could be real
teacher
dark lately.
leads to a tragic and grisly discovery. The body of a preschooler hidden in a garage freezer.
And now a man is facing kidnapping and open murder charges. 13 Action News reporter Sean Delancey live at the home where that little boy was found. And Sean, you spoke with some close friends of the family tonight.
Yeah, Trisha and Dave, Alberta Amwerka says that she knew the little boy found dead inside of this home very well, and she says that she has been broken to pieces by the news that he is gone. Police said that they believe that his body had been stored inside since early December.
It's heartbreaking. It's sad, like what goes through people's mind, you know, especially a 2-year-old. He was such a happy kid.
Alberta Amesqua was too emotional to show her face on camera just minutes after learning her close friend's family has been torn apart. Police finding a little boy's body in a freezer in this garage.
He was the son of a really good man, and he was such a loving, carefree child.
Police say they found the body after a roller coaster of a day, beginning at 9 a.m. at a nearby school. The boy's sister handing her teacher a note written by her mother saying she was being held against her will in the home and hadn't seen her son since December. Police began to surveil the house and saw the mother leaving with her boyfriend, the man allegedly holding her captive.
I knew he was very, very aggressive. Just hearing from his ex, you know, how he was.
Police arrested him for kidnapping, then searched the home, finding the boy's body, believed to be dead since early December.
He was so cute, so, you know, just outgoing and happy.
The man will now face open murder charges. Homicide Lieutenant Ray Spencer says the situation could have been avoided as resources for struggling parents are readily available in the valley with a call to 211.
There are a lot of resources out there, so we are not out here discussing such a tragic situation.
Okay, the man at the end, this is why we have these numbers to call to prevent all of this, whatever. So I just feel like most of the times when you do call those numbers, they come out and make a scene at the house or at the school and the abuser get alerted and then they keep going, right? I feel like the way that she did it is the correct way. Now, could she have done it sooner since her son had been gone for months? Yeah. Of course, she could have done it sooner, but I don't feel like she could have just pick up the phone. You see, he was on her ass like diaper rash. So, no, I wouldn't have picked up the phone and had you come and make a scene at my house and then see that nothing is wrong because I can't say shit in front of him and then leave. No, I would have sent the note with my child is like I did so that it can be discovered. Now, should she have done it earlier? Probably, since she's
there's a such thing as battered woman syndrome.
Yeah.
So it
and
causes
she
you
haven't
to
seen
do
her
certain
son
things
since
that you don't wanna
December.
do. Yeah.
So I'm like, Sooner, yeah, but a different way, no. That 211-311 number when it comes to stuff like this. When this woman, the police actually was surveilling her house and seeing her being left out, being held captive.
I mean, no telling what was going through her mind. Maybe she thought if she left, she would never see her son again.
Luckily, she did. Her daughter was okay. Luckily, her daughter was able to go to school. Luckily, she was able to have that. She thought logically,
because the
and
school
she
will
made
come
it
find
happen.
you if the child ain't going to school, because that's what it would have been. Now that the son was only 2, but the older child, had she not gone to school, the police would have showed up looking for a truant student. So at some point, they would have got caught up.
So I hear what the man at the end is saying, that just showing that we do have resources. But honestly, I feel like she did it the best way that she could.
Stockholm syndrome, battered woman syndrome.
It was taken care of. Now, unfortunately, her son was in the freezer and he is, dead. But other than that, I just feel like she did what she was supposed to do. It's a lot of red flags around this, but I feel like she did exactly the best way possible to get her and her daughter out of that situation.
Absolutely.
Safely. So prayers definitely goes out to her, and justice will be served. He's in court. He had arraignment this morning.
Tinder swindler. It's the same situation. You just got to take your time with people. You got to get to know them before you dive all the way in and start having people live with you and moving for people or getting on flights like a dumbass. You need to really spend time and get to know folks before you jump all the way in.
But that's it. And my gags of the week have been a little dark. Like, that's because I've been talking about shit that's going on in Vegas. This was here at home. Like, we need to talk about stuff.
We got to
So, I'm going to try to get y'all a light story next week. Hopefully we see another 101 lady run a marathon or something.
Another chimp.
Like
another chimp or something. Yeah.
That wasn't a good story.
It wasn't funny, but y'all was laughing the whole time.
The lady from the daycare sounded like the lady on the phone call with the chimp lady.
How old's the baby? Shit.
So that 1 2-year-old was not able to survive, and another one was found peeping out the window. So I mean, take your chances, and at least one of them survived.
That was in Florida. Everything crazy happened in Florida.
Hell yeah! That, like when they were stealing those wigs. All right. And she was pregnant. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another Two Women, Two Opinion podcast. Make sure y'all like the page so you can get the notifications. Subscribe to everything and like or follow our Instagrams. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. We out.
Late.